us all being confused as to why Gi-hun didn't just take the 45.6 billion won and go and see his daughter, instead of trying to get back into the games. This season provided an answer on exactly why he made his decision, and we also saw his quest of looking to take down the frontman and the existence of the games themselves. However, little did he know that the very person that he was looking for was quite literally right under his nose.
That's what I don't understand. Hi guys. I just literally went right into the video. And I gotta talk to you guys. Like, what's up? What's going on? Did you miss me? Okay. I've been gone for like 4 days, but I have been gone that long before. But I was just enjoying my vacation and enjoying, my Christmas and everything like that. I hope everybody have an amazing Christmas. New Year's is coming up, so the holidays are not over with. So I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's as well. But I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas, an amazing Christmas Eve. I hope you guys was able to eat as much as you want, hang with friends, family, all of the nine. You get what I'm saying? Loved ones, partner, children, kids. You get what I'm saying? All of it. While we were in the Christmas spirit and enjoying our, break, we got another gift, from Squid Games. Squid Games dropped season 2, and I was all here for it, okay? So, me and the mister, we watched Squid Game 2. Of course, they're going to, go and, have spoilers, of course, of season 2. So if you have not watched season 2 yet, I suggest you not watch this reaction to the ending and everything being explained and all that jazz, because I'm also going to spoil it for you as well, okay? Because I'm going to talk about some things that I liked, I disliked, the whole 9 yards, or was confusing to me. But me and the mister, we watched this when it first came out, which was the 26th. We, got us some soju, okay what I'm saying? If you don't know what that is, look it up, okay? We got us some soju, and we just chilled, relaxed, and watched season 2 of the Squid Games. And I would have to say, I really enjoyed this season. I really did. I was looking on, Twitter, aka X, and everything like that. And, some people really didn't care for season 2. Me personally, I loved it, okay? I was kind of bummed out when it came to the ending because I was not looking for a, cliffhanger on the ending of season 2. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, I read somewhere, I don't know where I read it from, okay, child, so don't quote me on it. I read somewhere, allegedly, that the writer that actually wrote Squid Games did not want to do a season 2 at first. It was just going to be a one and done type of thing. Even though it ended on a cliffhanger, season 1 ended on a cliffhanger, he was not planning on doing a season 2, okay? I read that somewhere. For some odd reason, I don't remember where I read it from, but I think it was on the internet. Don't quote me on it, like I said, allegedly, because I can't remember where I seen it from. I was waiting on us to get like a finale when it comes to season 2, but we did not. We got another cliffhanger. It ended very disappointing. And I'm going to get into that at the end of this video because, of course, they're probably going to talk about it. It ended up very disappointing for me. Maybe because I was mentally prepared for this, Squid Games to wrap up here. So I wasn't prepared for another cliffhanger. And because of the way it ended, which I'm not going to discuss until we get to that part. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I'm here for season 3. Hopefully it don't take another 3 years for them to make season 3. But yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it because I actually really enjoyed this season, even though a lot of things really pissed me off and I did not understand why people were moving the way they were moving. But we're going to get into that in like the video. So yeah, but for this part that I paused on, I was very confused on why he did not remember 001 was a plant. I got a good memory when it comes to certain things, okay? Especially when it comes to like long-term situations for some odd reason. My short-term memory ain't shit, but my long-term memory is something there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would have remembered 001 was a plant before. I would have been like, okay, something's fishy about him. I'm not going to trust him. I'm just not. Because 001 last time was a plant. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not going to do it. So, I would have been very, very cautious with 001 because I'm like, yo, last time they put you in here in the same fucking jumpsuit, same numbers, and you was not here to help us. You were literally part of the problem.
With an ending that set up season 3 perfectly, which is set to be the final season of the show, and a mid-credit scene which also shone a light on what could be on the horizon. Let's break down the ending of this season and answer all of the main questions. Here is Squid Game Season 2 Ending Explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. The ending explained inside of the games. When it came to the ending of Season 2, we always knew that there was going to be a Season 3 in the future, as the creator confirmed during the summer that the third installment would be the last. So the story in Season 2 was
I didn't know that.
never really going to get any kind of resolution in Episode 7, because it was going to be spread across more than one season. Hence why it felt like it ended so abruptly, with Jungbei being killed by the frontman. This was his punishment for Gi-hun for the uprising that he orchestrated in the attempt to find the frontman in the management area. This was so Gi-hun would have even more deaths on his conscience, something which we did see impacted him heavily in the earlier parts of the season, and it carried through, as he had nightmares that he was going to lead people to their deaths. Season was all about Gi-hun wanting to find the frontman so that he could kill him, and also the very people that facilitate the games, so that the individuals that were viewed as disposable, those that were in debt and didn't offer anything to society, could stop being viewed that way. He wanted the participants to stop being killed as entertainment for the rich and to put an end to it for good. The frontman going into the games and positioning himself as a contestant and giving himself number 1, which was definitely a callback to Ilnam being number 1 and being the creator of the games. It was something that he did because he wanted to almost taunt Gi-hun and be alongside him without him even knowing. He was also trying to catch him out morally throughout their time together too, such as when Gi-hun was prepared to allow several of the exes to die for the greater good of the plan in being able to launch the uprising and make their way to the management area. Something which kind of went against Gi-hun's philosophy of nobody being viewed as disposable, but the very people that he was on the same side with were being viewed as that by him.
Exactly.
Hence why there was a slight smirk that was on Young-il's face when Gi-hun said that.
And that's the thing when it came to that part as well. I was kind of confused on that because I'm like, okay, you're going to sacrifice all these people just to take out an organization that you probably don't have a chance at taking out. Number 1. Okay. I would have probably taken out all the O's because they were the number 1 people that was, first of all, attacking them to stay there. They attacked them first. And also, they were the reason and the main reason why everyone was still there that did not want to be there. I would have took them out because they was not helping. Okay, they was not helping when it came to the attack. They were just, they just was selfish. Selfish, okay? I would have took them out, okay? And then I would have just went home. I don't think that his plan was that good, to be honest, I would have just saved everybody that I could, and it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Taking out a whole organization with trained people that's probably gonna outnumber the people that you have, especially because you got rid of so many people that was on your team to begin with. You get what I'm saying? So it was a sticky situation. I don't think that was a good idea to do. I know that he wants to stop the organization from continuing the game over and over and over again. I get that. But I don't know. His plan was just not the greatest. Me, I would have just got everybody that I could save and we get the hell up out of there.
The battle taking place was something which was never truly going to work.
Exactly.
And the frontman was always going to switch sides in the end. Not a single O joined Gi-hun in the fight to get to the management area, and several of the X's were decimated. Which means that when the show returns in Season 3, the O's are going to have the majority vote when they vote again in the morning, and the games are going to continue, meaning that the prize pot is going to get even bigger. This is why I believe In-hor allowed Gi-hun to let the uprising happen. He had the same mindset as Gi-hun, sacrifice a few for the greater good, and that's exactly what we saw happening with the soldiers. One thing that I found particularly interesting about the final moments when the frontman killed Jungbei was that he did it without any hesitation. In-hor, posing as Young-il, spent a lot of time with Jungbei, so it was a shock to see it happen. But I suppose it more so showed us just how cold of an individual he was, and that it was all just one big act. Both Gi-hun and In-hor had mirrored actions in this season of the show, especially the finale, but they were just on opposing sides of the war. When it came to In-hor, we heard him telling a backstory about the character that he made up, Young-il. The story that his wife was ill and was dying, and he was in there because he wanted the money for her treatment. Plus, she was also pregnant. We know that in reality, In-hor's wife actually died, as Jeon-ho visited her grave. So it also made me wonder if she was carrying his child when she died in real life. This could be why he has the mindset that he has. He lost everything that he cared about, and he could be expressing the blame and anger that he has through the games. We know that he was once a participant in the games in 2015, so was that his motivation at the time? And was he tapping into what his original reason was in this season of the show? Could she have even died whilst he was in there, so it would have made the money redundant to him? I imagine we'll learn more about his backstory in the next season of the show, but it's one that I'm definitely interested in. Outside of Gi-hun and In-hor, we saw that many of the other members of the X's team's fate were in question at the end of the episode. For example, Dae-ho was paralyzed with fear when he went back to retrieve the extra rounds for the weapons. He couldn't walk towards the gunshots, and I'm presuming that's because of some kind of PTSD that he has from being a Marine.
Yeah.
We also saw Jun-hee and Myung-gi had made up, and it seemed like there was an ounce of care that was between them again, maybe insinuating that if they got out, then there would be a chance of togetherness with their child that she's carrying. Hyunju was also prepared to die by firing at the soldiers that stormed into the room, but Byung-ja stopped her from doing so, which means that she'll be alive in the next season of the show. Noel, number 11, explained. Number 11 was an extremely interesting character in this season of the show. We found out that she left North Korea, and when she did, she left her daughter behind. Something that made her miss her, and also become a soldier in the games so that she could make money and hire somebody to locate her daughter and bring her to South Korea. But it was difficult for her to be found. This was something that gave her a deep connection to contestant 246, the person who she saw on the outside that had a daughter called Nayeon who was extremely ill and needed a bone marrow transplant. Because he was in the games, you'd have to imagine that he couldn't afford it. Noel was a soldier that carried out her duties of killing the contestants if they were eliminated, but she didn't want to be a part of the black market organ extraction and selling that the games was doing on the side. We saw that they deliberately leave some contestants alive in order to take their parts and sell them on. This was something that she didn't agree with at all, and if she saw that some were left alive, she'd kill them so it wouldn't be able to happen. Something that did land her in trouble on several occasions with the officer. Noel's connection to 246 and his daughter was something that made her keep an eye on him during the games, but as we saw in the closing moments of the finale, 246 was shot as he surrendered, and he was shot by somebody that had a triangle mask, the same shape that she had, so I'm wondering if that was her. I don't buy that she'd actually do lasting damage.
That was her.
She has a soft side within, and the fact that she returned the red hat during the beginning, I don't think she deprived that daughter of a father. The ending explained outside of the island. Jeon-ho was desperately looking to get to the island that his brother, the frontman, shot him off during season 1, and in order to do that, we saw him working with a captain where he'd been going out with him and searching for it for the past few years. We were under the impression that the captain was a good guy,
but he
was
wasn't
genuinely as naive as what he said he was. However, it turned out that that wasn't the case at all. During the final episode, we saw that the captain was messing around with the drone that they were using to fly over the island, and he was caught doing so during the dead of night. When that happened, he killed the person that caught him and threw him overboard, showing that he was definitely involved in the games that occurred. We also have to remember that he was the person that found Jeon-ho when he was lost at sea, so he was always going to come across him if he was involved in the games. I'm imagining that he was messing around with the drone because they were getting close to uncovering the truth, or even another entrance to the island and the location where the games happen. The drone was their way of being able to stay safe whilst searching, so if it wasn't able to work, it would mean that they'd have to get off the boat, which would most likely lead to more of them dying. So I feel he's gonna be doing his best to prevent Jun-ho from finding another entrance to the place that's been plaguing his mind for so long. The mid-credits scene explained. During the rolling of the credits after the finale, there was a mid-credits scene that appeared. We saw 3 contestants walking towards the infamous Young-hee doll for a game of red light, green light. But as well as that, we also saw another doll. This was actually a doll called Chulsu, a doll that was teased by the creator of the show when he announced that there would be a new season of Squid Game. I'm predicting this is going to be a scene from season 3 of the show, and that there's going to be a new variation of the infamous game that always eliminates the first batch of contestants.
He broke it down like fantastically. This is basically, it sums up what season 2 was about. And like I said before, I loved it. I didn't see no issue with it at all. The only thing, like I said before, I was kind of like, disappointed and kind of frustrated when it comes to certain choices that certain people made. And just like old girl right here, when she got knocked down, when they was basically playing like musical chairs, really. When she got knocked down, I'm like, girl, you got 2 feet, you're not handicapped, you didn't hurt anything. Get up and run to the door. She literally took all day, bruh. She got up so slow, started crying out. I'm like, girl, run to the door. You're not handicapped. But she didn't. The old dude, he got in the room, locked it on her, and she ended up dying. So yeah, it was a sad sight to see. But I'm like, she basically did this to herself at this point because she took so long to even get through the door. So it was like stuff like that was kind of like girl, like what are you doing? You get what I'm saying? But I'm here for season 3. I love season 2. I love season 1. I am definitely here for season 3 as well, okay? Let me know in the comments down below, what did you guys think about this season? Did you love it? Did you not like it? Was it okay? Let me know in the comments down below, okay? Are you ready for season 3 or you're not ready for season 3? Let me know your thoughts down below. But anyway, guys, thank you guys again so much for coming through. I hope everybody have an amazing holiday, okay? Amazing New Year's, because it's not over yet, guys. I hope everybody have an amazing New Year. And remember, don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once. Peace.
Kinetics with the fucking plug.